IELTS Speaking Test Exam. Level B2. Let's start. Good afternoon. Can you please introduce yourself and tell me your full name?
Good afternoon. My name is Sarah Smith.
Thank you, Sarah. Now, let's begin with part 1 of the test. First, I'd like to ask you some questions about your home and hometown. Can you describe your hometown to me?
Certainly. I come from a small town called Greenfield. It's located in the countryside, surrounded by lush green fields and forests. It's quite peaceful and has a close-knit community.
That sounds lovely. What are some popular tourist attractions in your hometown?
Well, one of the main attractions is Greenfield Park, which has a beautiful lake where people can go boating or have picnics. We also have a historic church and an annual summer fair that attracts visitors from nearby cities.
Great! Now, let's move on to part 2 of the test. I'm going to give you a topic, and you will have 1 minute to prepare and then speak for 1 to 2 minutes on that topic. Here's your topic card. Please describe a memorable trip you have taken. 1 minute preparation.
The most memorable trip I've ever taken was a backpacking adventure through Southeast Asia. I went with a group of friends, and we visited Thailand, Cambodia, and Vietnam over the course of a month. It was an incredible experience because we got to explore diverse cultures, try new foods, and see breathtaking landscapes.
That sounds like an amazing journey. Can you tell me more about a specific moment or place from your trip that left a lasting impression on you?
Certainly. One of the highlights of the trip was when we visited Angkor Wat in Cambodia. It's an ancient temple complex, and I was mesmerized by the intricate carvings and the sheer size of the temples. We woke up early to watch the sunrise over Angkor Wat, and the view was absolutely breathtaking. It felt like stepping back in time to a place filled with history and spirituality.
It sounds like a truly unforgettable experience. Now, let's move on to part 3. We'll discuss some broader topics related to travel and tourism. Do you think tourism has a positive or negative impact on local communities?
I believe tourism can have both positive and negative impacts on local communities. On one hand, it can boost the local economy, create job opportunities, and promote cultural exchange. However, if not managed properly, it can lead to overdevelopment, environmental damage, and the commodification of local culture. However, if not managed properly, it can lead to overdevelopment, environmental damage, and the commodification of local culture.
That's a well-balanced perspective. How do you think governments can strike a balance between promoting tourism and protecting the environment and culture?
Governments can implement regulations and sustainable tourism practices to minimize the negative impacts of tourism. They can also invest in infrastructure that supports responsible tourism and educates both tourists and locals about the importance of preserving the environment and culture.
Thank you for sharing your thoughts, Sarah. That concludes our speaking test. You may now leave the room.
Thank you. Goodbye.
End of the dialogue.